let's see here, the Begleiter 2.9. This is an interesting, I want to say, a little take on the Begleiter, if I'm even saying that right. It's a fixed blade. So this one is going to be a folder, so that's interesting. D2 steel, black PVD coating and stonewash, G10 handle, and a button liner lock under 3 inches. So now if you're looking for your next button liner lock, I mean, it's pretty safe to say that Kizer's got you covered here. We're looked at 3 models so far. They all have a button operated liner lock. So paperwork, wiping cloth, additional hardware, and sticker. For your unboxing experience, let's go ahead and dig in here. Can I put the password? The answer is, ain't nobody got time for that. Especially when I got all these sharp tools here on the table for me. So let's go ahead and take a closer look here, ladies and gentlemen. We have green G10 on this one, exposed liners with 2 standoffs. We have a deep pocket carry clip. This one has TA hardware, and it's pretty much T8 hardware everywhere except the thumb studs. We do have a filler tab on the other side, which is a nice touch, obviously reversible for lefties. We have a lanyard solution hole back there for my lanyard people, thumb studs for deployment. Not a captive pivot on this one, just TA on both sides, but let's go ahead and send it. Bam. Now I'll tell you what the Begleiter has going on for it. This one is very slim in profile. It's not slim enough to be considered a CEO knife, but it's still not like a taller knife. We'll put all these side by side towards the end so you guys can see them compared to one another, but it definitely has a very nice, beautiful drop point blade here with a flat grind, some good belly on that D2 steel, looking nice. That black coat is going to help with corrosion resistance. And as far as the action goes, oh yeah, I mean, these are all going to be dialed in with the ball bearings and everything. I can get at the reverse flick here with the meat of my middle finger or the nail as well. There you go. So one thing I'm absolutely digging is the slim profile. I mean, I like me a toe handle, tall blade knife every day of the week, but I also like me very sort of slim design, narrow knives. Like this one, the blade doesn't stick out. Definitely sticks out a bit for the thumb studs and all, but not too crazy. Yeah, every single deployment method there is going to be very solid. I'm able to get a full 4-finger grip, full purchase, and I'm able to forward choke on this one and get more control of the blade. Again, the designer on this one is ASO, the same guy who designed the very iconic drop bear. So they know a thing or two about an EDC knife. That's why you see handles with a full purchase. You see mostly finger choils on these, which EDC guys, like to use for more control of the cuts and such. And they have pretty much just fine-tuned the recipe all throughout here with all of these different designs. We've looked at 3 bangers so far. But now we're going to look at the Bladesmith series. This one is another Begleiter 2.9. So there is the budget version and there is a premium version here we're going to take a look at. So let's go ahead and do that really quick here. Anytime you see the Bladesmith series, these are going to be more premium than the Vanguard ones that we've been looking at so far. This premium version has S35VN with a matte DLC Ultra, which I absolutely like the way Kizer does it. Under 3 inches on the blade, 2.97 to be exact, and aluminum handles with the clutch lock. So they're going clutch lock on these premium ones as compared to button operated liner locks on the budget ones or more affordable ones. Here we got a little additional knife pouch, paperwork, wiping cloth, sticker, and some additional hardware on the box, including of course some Omega springs. That's always appreciated, always welcome for a crossbar lock knife. We have the baggie here, and then we have the plastic. Let's go ahead and cut through that. It's my knife and I need it now, damn it. Ooh man, this one is gonna, this one's looking nice, ladies and gentlemen. That is looking really good. For starters, I mean, I'm really digging the texture on this one, on the milling. Check that out. That is one beautiful looking texture right there. Very creative. Obviously it's gonna add some grip to the handle, but at the same time look very interesting. I'm absolutely here for it. Anytime you give me an interesting milling on the handle, I am a sucker for that. Same deal here. We still have exposed liners, standoff construction. We have somehow managed to get an extra standoff in there, like 3 of them now instead of 2. Why that is, I have no idea. But look at that. It's always interesting to compare these side by side. We have that deep pocket carry clip. We have very clean, actually. They removed the Kizer logo from the clip on the premium one. And then we have a filler tab as well on the show side, so it's lefty friendly. I mean, button, liner locks, and crossbar locks, they are some of the most friendly, lefty friendly knives you can get. Now, did we just go a different geometry on these? Yeah, I think so. I absolutely think so. Check this out. We got a little bit of a Warncliffe sort of approach here, or drop point, aggressive drop point with a little bit of belly there. Digging it, and it looks like that they pull a hollow ground. That definitely feels like a hollow ground. It feels, yeah, it feels a lot like a hollow ground if I had to use my finger analysis here. So, you know, Kizer does one of the best-crossbar locks out there in the market, no doubt about it. So thumb stop deployment is good, reverse flick, solid. So very solid action here for sure. So quick side profile here, side by side, both Begleiter 2.9s. You can see the different blade profile there. Which one's more your cup of tea? Which one speaks to you the most? Let me know in the comments.